Hey Internet, it's G&D Watts here, coming at you with Jordan of Team Delirium.
What's up, guys?
He's gonna give you his deck profile. What were you playing today, Jordan?
I'd just like to interrupt this video and let you know that this video is brought to you by Sprite 6 Mix by LeBron James.
Okay, we probably can't play this video now, but
That's hilarious.
No, give us YouTube money, Sprite.
LeBron!
Right,
LeBron!
Sprite.
Money.
You can only get this in America, too.
Whoa,
Go away.
bitch is playing
Get out of here. Alright, so I was playing Wats Family Control today. I decided I was playing originally a masked Hunder build, which ran Battery Man AAAs and masked Chameleons. And the reason that I like that build is that Battery Man AAAs and masked Chameleons are instant exceeds and synchro plays as long as you have one of the Battery Man AAAs in the graveyard. But I decided to switch to this build because I felt like I needed a lot more attack-based defense, like Messenger Peace. And I was also worried about the Boojin matchup, and Wad Draft helps me get around Boojins a lot because of I can attack, and then, why are you zooming in on my face? Get out of here. Alright, anyways, so let's get into the deck profile. 3 Thunder Seahorse, you have to run 3, easier to draw into. Both. Easier to draw into, and it becomes a search target for itself. 2 Paw Hunder. And 2 Photon Thrasher. I like this ratio best. These are still searchable. These are searchable off Rhoda, and they're less susceptible to Veiler. So,
But they just Veiler exceed.
Yeah, it's true, but like I can also just play around it by summoning this and just beating with 2100 beats as well. Yeah. This also helps me.
Why no ultis? Why not getting it?
Oh yeah, I found one for
cheap.
Jordan, but I couldn't get it off him.
Seen the
The
guy.
guy valued like 30. I was like, what?
Should have told him to suck it.
But no, this also helps me go into. This helps me go into Diamond Dire and Crazy Box under Skill Drain and Light Imprisonment Mirror.
Hit the glass and the room.
And then for the Watt part of the monsters, 3 Watt Cobra and 2 Watt Giraffe. These are incredibly good with Messenger Peace. If you can protect these, you can get like the first turn you summon it, it's +1. The second turn you summon it, it's +2. Because you're gonna get the 2 attacks off and just go +2. So it's really consistent. I really like it.
All black ladies with the one Asian chick.
And then 2 Violent Prism. It's level 4 Light Thunder, searchable Thunder Seahorse, and recyclable, like pretty much everything in the deck. And it equips to the monster, or a monster on your side of the field, and is sent from the monster card zone to the graveyard. So you can have like 3,000 plus attack synchros, or 3,000 plus attack exceeds monsters, which is pretty powerful. You can also equip it to things like Thunder King or your Wats to attack directly for 2k plus, or like just have a massive Thunder King.
Then obviously you run Thunder Kings, you just mentioned it.
Yeah, run the Thunder King and the Honest.
You gotta,
they're incredible.
it's all light. It's all light.
Yeah, you can also summon this off Maw or Paw, so you can go like Maw Paw this, or like Photon Thrasher Maw this, and then you can exceed the other 2 together while you keep this on field. So 18 monsters. It's a bit high for Thunder Family build, but it's just fine. And then 3 MST, so important right now. 3 Pot of Duality.
Yeah, you got that.
Yeah, this pairs extremely well with Thunder Seahorse and also Watt Cobra. Because every time you're summoning like either of those, you're usually not going to be special summoning. It's kind of like card in that way. So you can just pair this with it and just get that extra bit of consistency.
No card cards though.
I don't run card cards, no. I like the Cobras better just because it works well with this card. The Messenger Piece. There were so many games today where I literally just won because of either Messenger Piece or Threatening War. One of the 2.
It should be at 3.
Well, Mike thinks I should run 3 of this, but I run 2 cards in my trap lineup that make me think otherwise. So, but yeah, and then 2 Recycling Batteries. I don't run 3 of this because you don't want it in your opening hand. And 1 is too little. You don't see it enough. So 2 is the perfect number. 1 Book of Moon. And 1 Reinforcement of the Army.
Why do you run the 1 Rhoda when you only run the 2 Thrashers? Why don't you just run 3 Thrashers?
Because 3 Thrasher is going to be dead the second you establish any field presence. Like,
okay, but if you go through your 2 Thrashers, that Rhoda is just insta-dead.
Yeah, but basically what I'm saying with this is that with the 2 Thrashers...
I understand you want to open the Rhoda,
well, let me explain it, because
again,
you're doing a profile for me, so let me explain it. So the 2 Thrashers and the Rhoda, basically what I'm saying... Basically, what I'm saying is that I want to open up with a Thrasher, but I don't want it to be dead. So like, this is better than just running a third Thrasher because it thins one out from my deck and grabs me the Thrasher. But I still only have the 2 Thrashers, meaning that they're not going to be dead. The second I establish any sort of field presence, the Thrashers become dead. So
But then again, establish any kind of field presence, the Rhoda becomes dead if you draw it.
I set it. Worst case scenario, I set it, and I do side this out a lot.
Okay.
Have you thought about like, you know, a Regeki break or like Phoenix Wind Blast?
I have. After this regional, I definitely have. Divine Wind Blast is a big one. Or Divine...
I like
Divine
Regreki
Wrath.
break
Oh,
right
Divine
now
Wrath.
better.
Yeah. And then for traps, 2 Mirror Force,
Yeah.
2 Threatenings. These put in a lot of work today.
Yeah, there's a thing over Messenger.
2 Fiendish Chains.
Yes.
Yeah.
1 Compulse, 1 Torrential, 1 Bottomless, and 1 Solemn Warning.
What do those do?
Face state.
Yeah. The reason that they're so good, the Threatening Roars, is that somebody once told me that I don't want to keep anything on field in this deck, and like honestly, that kind of made me laugh because like I run the Thunder King, I want to keep that on field. I run Wat Cobra, and the longer I keep Wat Cobra on the field and get more pokes in with him, the more advantage I can gain off of him. If I can keep a Mar Paw on field, it's a once per turn effect, so I can get extra normal summons the next turn.
Yeah.
So this actually puts in a lot of work with this deck, and that's why I believe that you should be running it. So that's the main deck. It's 40 cards.
Alright.
And then you want extra side next.
Extra.
Extra first
Extra.
space.
Okay. So Evil Swarm Ouroboros.
Mhm.
I didn't use him today. In testing, he's been really good though.
Yeah, he's a good card. I like him.
Yeah. Crazy Box.
Obviously.
So crazy.
I side an Eradicator too. So, Logia. I side DNA Surgeries.
Well,
Yeah, bud.
not for said.
Concealer Omega. Just the one. You don't need 2.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah, it gets over spells and traps. The number one Silent Owner arc. I use this all day.
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah, I use that so many times today. Diamond Direwolf. This actually secured me like at least 3 or 4 games today. Like I said before, the Thrasher helped me get into this, and then I popped a Light Imprisoning Mirror, or I popped Necro Valley or something like that. That was either helping my opponent or hindering me, and it helped me get rid of really big problem
Wait,
cards.
where'd you get the secret from?
And then I traded for it today.
Oh, nice.
And then Starleaf Paladynamo. I dropped one of them because Norm convinced me, and I agreed with him that I only needed one.
You only need one.
Yeah. We never really used the second roach.
I traded the second Starleash for a Roach. I never really went into him today, but he is a nice option.
If you would have needed him,
Yeah.
you need him.
He was there.
Like Jason got dicked over. You heard that earlier.
Yeah.
This guy made Roach.
Then the Abyss Dweller. I never went into him today. I never
went
faced
into
Mirror
him.
Mails or anything. I could have went into him against Boojans. I never had the chance.
I made him against Madolce.
Bullshit.
One Gugger Cowboy. I actually won 2 games off of his burn effect.
Nice.
Crimson Blader.
Yeah.
Every time I tried to go into him, he got like countered somehow. But he is a really good card. Scrap Dragon. I never went into him today, surprisingly.
Weird.
This is really cool though, because Prism, when it attaches to him, it becomes a free target for him to pop. So that's always nice. One Thought Ruler. I saw the Boojin player add Dimensional Prisons in against me, so I went into this, and this almost won me game
So
1
you
against
creeped
them.
his sides.
What's that?
Creeped his sides.
What?
I said you creeped his sides.
No, he potted duality into a
Oh,
Dimensional
okay.
Prison. And so, like, I went into this because I saw that I knew that he had it. And then started Spark Dragon.
That card's good.
Freaking
Yeah,
sick.
he's really good. Especially because I side into a lot of face-up continuous type stuff. And I have the Messenger's piece, so.
Also, secret tech card.
Yeah.
No one really likes to play this card. I don't know why. Like, you know, like it's kind
Did
of
you not run that
situational.
today?
I
It's
did.
kind of like
It's in my deck.
situational.
took it
It's
out.
a light, so like it doesn't really go with the deck. But pretty much, it's used to gain back the advantage that.
Get
you
the
lost.
hell out of
Yeah,
here.
I did run this. It was in here. Norm just took it out of my extra.
You didn't even notice.
No, I didn't even notice. And then
Trolled.
my side, I ran 2 Fossil Dynas.
Conversation from mine.
The reason for this is that I can protect it with the Messengers and the Threatening
Shadows, let's
Roars.
do it again.
Yeah.
It's really good.
This is
I was gonna run
fun.
Vanity's Emptiness because Stardust Spark plus Vanity's Emptiness is really strong,
Well,
but
it's 'cause he's
MST
talking.
is a thing.
Wow.
If I don't have the Stardust
Like,
Spark
like
and they MST
arms
another
rating.
back row, I lose 2 things at once, which is pretty bad.
He's tired. He's like,
2 Maxis. and 2 Veilers.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I sided this in a lot. Like, if I needed hand traps, I sided into both of these usually because the maxis get me into the Veilers, and I also run Honest. So I did that a lot. 2 Twister.
Yeah.
The Dark Hole.
Yeah, I don't really like siding it. I think you
Yeah.
either main or you don't.
Dimensional Fisher,
Yep.
Macro Soldering.
Yeah.
Just for graveyard decks.
Oh yeah.
2 DNA Surgery.
Yeah.
American.
Put in a lot of work against certain decks today. And then Eradicator, which is why I run the Thought Ruler and the
Shuts down a ton of decks.
and the Crazy Box.
So, what were your matchups today, sir?
Every time I watch it.
First 2 matches I lost. I was facing Giga Karakuri. The first guy was a really good player. I had a full field set up, and he was able to go into Gigant to search for a Birdman, and he also still had an Accelerator in hand.
Oh, jeez.
But-
That's ham.
But, like, he was able to Black Rose me, and then he was able to use Gigant's effect to special summon Girgiano, and then he specialed the Accelerator. And he still went off with the OTK afterwards. So
Wow.
I kind of got
Why
sacked
are we
by
playing
that guy.
Gear, dude?
Like he knew what he was
I don't
doing.
know.
Because
He
everybody
knew what he
is.
was doing. So I got 2-0'd in that one. And then the next Geargia player, he misplayed a lot. I just didn't have he had the outs for everything. I tried to torrential him once. He had a trap stun. But there's one point.
Did you have MST? For the
No, I
torrential?
didn't.
It's a little trick right there for you boys
Yeah.
and girls. If you activated torrential and then they trapstun, you can chain MST to your torrential, and then that way it will resolve backwards, and the chain
It removes-
MST will destroy torrential before the trapstun resolves. That way torrential will resolve in the graveyard. It won't be face up on the field
Yeah.
for trapstun and negate it.
Activates on field, resolves in grave. But yeah, so he at one point too he went into Stardust and he negated something and he forgot to bring it back.
Oh, but
So
you can't forget the Stardust.
then, so I was 0-2 at the beginning. I was a bit discouraged, but then I faced Raccoons and I dominated them mainly because of this guy, Wadraff. He the second you deal any damage with him, you get over any sort of flip effect, battle effect. They can't activate Honest. It basically the second you inflict direct battle damage with him, they can't activate anything else for the rest of the turn.
And the thing about
So-
Rakens is they're worded the same as Dragosax, so they can make 2 of them with B in school and just need one in their hand. They make 2 of them, and they set them in defense. They leave them in defense position, and you can't get over the same Dayus because there's 2 of them. But what you can do is you can just swing over them all day, attack directly all day.
Yeah.
So that's another.
I
thing,
don't
too.
need
A lot
to
of
worry
people
about the
can't get
Sendai's.
around.
I don't need to worry about the
Not,
Sendai's.
a
I
lot
can
of decks
just
can't
attack.
handle that.
And then if there's an issue, I can just go
Like what?
into,
What do you do? What do you do against the Sendayu lock with your Grunic shit?
Guess what? A Tiger King. And
Yeah,
then I
that's about it, right?
Then I Grunix.
This deck actually has a really easy matchup against Raccoons.
On skill drain.
Really easy.
Yeah, that works too.
And then I
you
went
don't pop them, but you just-
round 4. I went against Gravekeepers.
Slowly
I
but
2-0'd that. He kept misplaying. There were two-
Gravekeepers, you can't afford to misplay.
Yeah.
You have to be a
There,
pristine player to be good at that
There were
deck.
2 situations where I had Torrential and Omega, and he had a Descendant and a Recruiter, and I Torrentialed, and he used the Tomb on the Omega when I chained Omega's effect instead of doing it on the Torrential, so he'd let his guys die. And then he would get the search off Recruiter.
Boys.
But I talked to him afterwards, and I'm just like, you should have tuned the Torrential and then use the Descendant to
don't get-
pop the
you-
Recruiter to pop Omega, because then you would still have the Descendant. And it's, I thought that seemed like a bit common sense, but whatever.
Against
And
those
then
60 card decks.
so I was 2-2 by this point. Then I went against Black Wings, and it was really close all the way up into we went to game 3. And then it was actually the very end in time. It was 400 life points for me, 1,000 life points for him. If I had one more turn, I would have been able to attack for game because I had an Omega and he had nothing. He was top decking monsters and setting them. So I was a bit mad about that because I would have gotten that win, but it happens. And then I faced, for my round 6, I don't actually remember what I faced, and I've been trying to remember, but I know I 2-0'd it. Because at that point I was 3-3, and at that point I was like, okay, there's still a chance I can get my invite. It's unlikely, but there's still a chance.
Yeah.
And then the one after that, I faced Boojins, and I lost. And I was just like, well, shit, I'll just play for fun from now on. But basically, that player was really good. He outplayed me. I didn't mind losing to him because he just outplayed me. Neither of us were misplaying. He had the better outs at the better time and used them to their full extent. And then I faced a guy that was trying to bring Dragunities back, and I 2-0'd him.
Respect.
Wasn't that Mike?
Yeah, that was me.
It was,
That was me. I had a disguise, boys.
but I beat him 2-0.
That was a pissful game, man. You bad.
Hard. I sided into like just a whole bunch of just graveyard hate, like dimensional fissure
Yeah,
macro.
it's fucking Dragunities with no ravine, man. Don't side at all.
I did it anyways.
Did you open your ducks? No? Oh, I guess I win, but
And then my last match I faced Gravekeepers again. We went into time and I beat him in time. It was a really close match all the way through, just back and forth plays.
So you slow played them.
No, we didn't slow play. We were trying to get over each other the entire time.
Alright, well.
So I finished the day 5-4. And I was actually happy because I earned the 5-4. Like, I didn't get any free wins or anything throughout the entire day.
Nice.
So,
Arm, you disrespectful piece of shit with your free wins.
I'm sorry.
You disrespectful piece of shit with your free wins.
A win is a win.
Yeah, but,
Didn't show up.
So yeah, I'm pretty satisfied with the day. I technically should have been 6-3 because the guy, if I had one more turn to attack, I would have been 6-3.
Yeah, well, I got a little dick today with that, but you'll hear that in my deck profile coming up next.
Well,
so
I also got this mat, and I'm really happy about getting this mat.
yeah,
it's
it's been his background on his phone for a while, and he saw the mat and like got a hard on for it. So there we go. That was our video. So
remember to like, subscribe, and
like, comment,
below.
subscribe.
Yeah.
All right, peace out, internet.